Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in a description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless. There's going to be some love elements. I guess this can be a bit of a love reading. I know you guys will love those, but it's going to be kind of self-focused because I look back and I have not done this one in a really long time. And I'm very surprised because it's actually one that you guys really like. So I'm going to correct that now. We're going to look at what makes you attractive and crush worthy. I did add that whole like divine energy, divine feminine, masculine, just because those are good phrases that help you kind of identify your energy, right? Either side or both, right? Just because we've all got both polarities within us. So I did add that to the tag to help you find me. And also the cute little thumbnail says like slushy for you. So like how you make people, I guess, weak in the knees, whatever the thing is. But I think that's an interesting spin. So I did appreciate that you guys really did receive that other reading a little better than I expected. So I will be trying to incorporate more of those into the channel as I have time. I saw the comments that were like, oh, I really like these. They're different. Same, the reader. I love those readings. So I do want to do more of them. And hopefully I'll be having more time to incorporate those into the routine of the love readings, because I'm not going to stop the love readings. You know I like to do the love readings too. It's just the diversifying of the content. So I'm not going to drag this out any further. I'm going to hop right into the pile selection. So those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to make your selection based on me describing it, this is that time now. So pile 1 is the yellow slushy. Could be lemon, pineapple, whatever yellow is for you. Okay, pile 2 is red, could be orange depending on the lighting, strawberry, orange fruit, whatever, use your imagination. Pile 3 is green. What comes to mind is like a green apple, could be anything green. And then pile 4 is the blue slushy, could be blue raspberry. Sometimes I don't know why I heard the word cotton candy, whatever your heart's desire or content. Okay, so I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, if you selected that yellow slushy, then this is your reading. So let's see what makes you attractive and crush worthy. We'll probably just get general messages of what makes you attractive, like your divine feminine or masculine energy or both. And then yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I don't know what I mean by the and then, but I will let you know if you hear background noise. I have like a new neighbor moving in, so just bear with me. That said, I keep saying and then, and like there is a bit of noise because it's so something about you moving and you making moves and like and then like you may be a person that there's always a and then regarding, and people find that really attractive, especially people that like have crushes on you and all of the things. Okay, so I am going to get an overview. I have this New Orleans oracle deck that I'm going to pull an overview from. Then I'll use my goddess tarot and Afro goddess tarot and oracle. And then I have an astrology based deck as well as and I feel like that's a heavenly bodies deck. I don't know why I act like I can't remember the name of that deck. And then I'll do melanin pop. I think that'll be the good thing. And then I do have those other love decks just in case we need to get into it deeper. But I don't know that we'll need that. So let's see. Tell me about my yellow slushy. What makes people slushy for you? What do people find attractive about you and your energy and all of the things? Tell me about my yellow slushy, please. There's one. Alrighty. I want to move the book because I may use it since this is a fairly new deck. But we'll see. What is this? Ooh, I've not seen this card before. Focus. Okay, so something about you. Okay, so so here's the thing. I mentioned just qualities and everything. Okay, so there's so much just coming from this card. You are like a star, pile one. I love that for you. So focus. People, like when you walk into a room, all of the attention goes to you, whether you realize it or not. You capture people's attention, right? Like people focus on you. Also, you may have a really intricate, I don't know why I'm using that word, attention to detail. Like something about your attention to detail. People find that very attractive. And your eyes. People really like kind of get lost in your eyes. Okay. And some of you may have a very loud energy, right? Like you may have like an energy, not saying that you are hyper intuitive or psychic, but you have an energy, an aura of someone that kind of could be just very loud energy. Like people may feel you before they actually see you, and then when they see you, it's like this radiant energy. Okay, that's a lot. I don't know that I'm gonna need the book. We're gonna just roll with what we've got, but beautiful energy. And then you may have a very big heart. People love that about you as well. So that's really what pulls people in. But you look amazing. People find you very much so physically attractive. That's a really pretty card too. So like people just find you very attractive, regardless of gender. Just something about you just look so good to people. So let me get more information here. Tell me more about my pile one. What makes my pile one attractive? Focus. It's like all eyes on you, pile one. Love that. Tell me more about my yellow incoming energy. You may be social, right? Like a social personality, right? Like you may have a personality that's very friendly, open heart, very warm, very receptive. And with it being incoming energy, people love how open and loving you are with people immediately. Like you're nice to everyone, and it doesn't seem like it takes you much to warm up to people, right? You learn very quickly what people like, what people need, what people desire, right? With that focus, attention to detail, like you remember things about people that you may not know very well. Like those are the types of things. But people just love being around you and your energy, and they love spending time with you. Like people like to socialize with and date you. Like you are a fun date. So when we talk about it from a romantic perspective, people like that you are fun. Okay, you're very, very fun, and you look good while having fun. Interesting. Okay. Tell me more about my pile one. What makes my pile one attractive? Five of Wands. You're a fighter. You got a bit of a feisty side. You don't mind challenging, and you don't mind being challenged, right? There is a bit of a competitive energy here. Some of you may have a bit of a mean side despite being so nice, and that turns people on as well. But something about this Three of Cups and Five of Wands shows a balanced individual of harmony and chaos. Like you're both harmony and chaos in the same energy. I don't even know why that's coming through that way, but that's how it's coming through. But it is a collective energy in this deck. Like it just feels like you know how to unite or unite people. You may have a lot of friends from different walks of life. So like you may be the one person that pulls all of these varying personality types together. That's what people find attractive about you, is that you're able to kind of collaborate and interact with and socialize and break bread with different types of people. And also just Five of Wands feels like very attractive energy, maybe very fast moving, fast speaking, but people like this is a kind of a bit of an intimate, sensual energy coming through with that Five of Wands. It makes like you get people going, right? Like attention with focus. Okay. Give me one more. Okay, two more. It's fine. And see. Yeah, Honestly, you're the kind of person that's very easy to fall in love with, pal one. Very easy. But it also is Gemini energy, right? Of kind of being multifaceted, right? Like, and also very, very intelligent. Like, there is a certain intelligence with this focus energy and this Gemini coming in with that Mercury. Like, you're very, very smart. You're very well spoken. Like, something about the way you communicate, whether it is the way you sound, your voice, the words you use, the way you write, something about the way you communicate is very attractive to people, and especially romantic interest. But I'm telling you, honestly, with the Three of Cups, it feels like you're the kind of person that just by spending time with you, people fall in love with. Like, you may have a lot of friends that are interested in you romantically, or people that you would consider to be friends interested in you romantically, like, because you just have that energy with the Lovers. Like, you're a catch and everyone around you knows it. That's crazy. All right, let me see more. The Ten of Wands, passionate energy. You have a lot of passion. Something about your energy is a very, very passionate energy, like that surround you. And like you, that's why you attract so much attention, is because you're just so passionate. You just pull people in. You know, they love you immediately. You notice the one major arcana card you have here is the Lovers. When we talk about being attractive and crushworthy and divine feminine, divine masculine energy, that truly is you, pal one, in a sense that you just naturally attract people, attention, love towards you. You may actually attract chaos as well, right? I say that because you've got friends and you've got enemies. I hate to say it like that, but like Five of Wands is like a war card traditionally. So you've got friends, you've got enemies, but they all love you, right? Overwhelmingly so with the Ten of Wands, because it's a fixation. Okay, so like you are the type of person that has a lot of focus. I don't know why that came through, but I will say that, especially when it comes to your romantic people that are interested in you on a romantic level, they love that people have such polarizing reactions to you, because again, you have a lot going for you. You're very passionate, you're very attractive, you're very intelligent, and you have friends, right? So like, regardless of what's going on, you're still the focus, whether it's friends, whether it is war, whether it is like an actual romantic partner. Some of you, the Lovers is an indicator that people find you attractive, even when, like, especially when you're committed, if that makes sense. But the Ten of Wands is a lot of energy. It's maxed out energy. It's like white hot energy. It's a lot of attention. You get a lot of attention whether you realize it or not. Okay? Yeah, for sure. So let's see what's at the bottom. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, like balanced energy, right? That duality, that balancing of the scales coming through. The Six of Pentacles talks about you being a very giving person. People love that you're giving, right? Especially when it comes to romantic connections. People that are attracted to you on that level love that you give and receive in balance. Like, you're not gonna just take. You give, you share, you pay attention, right? You exert effort, right? As well as receiving praise, right? You give what you get in equal parts. Like, they see you as, like, when people like fall in love with you, since you have the Lovers, they feel like you're the perfect partner. Okay? And like I said, lots of sensual attraction coming here with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands. And honestly, you're the type of person that everyone loves you, even when it's that negative energy, that war, attacking energy. It's because like I guess jealousy, or even I'm trying to find the word, right? Like a desire to be more like you. What's the other thing? To have your passion, just all of the things like that. But I do get love and war, right? Friendship and enemies energy from that combination. The Ten of Wands also talks about kind of an overbearing energy. So something about the way you maneuver burdens or stressors with a sense of balance and harmony really makes people find you even more crushworthy, right? I'm trying to use my topic to stay on topic, right? But yeah, I mean, these are all qualities that people find attractive about you. Like, you're a very well-rounded person, because I'm getting that people are attracted to your mind, to your energy, your passion, the way you love, like all of your qualities, but also that you look so good. You're a very attractive person, okay? Very attractive person, but also very nurturing, and get like, you're beautiful on the inside and out. And that's the huge thing. Okay, so let me pull. I do have the book, because this is based on a Lenormand deck, but I do not I don't always remember what the cards are, so I have the book in case I need it. So tell me more about my pile one. What about my pile one do I I was gonna say, do I need to know? That's interesting. But that's it. People want to know. That's the energy that I was struggling to pick up on. People always want to know what's going on with you. That's all of this energy, for better, for worse. Like, people that are your friends, that want to be close to you. Like, people will always, like, people want to be close to you regardless, whether they want to be close to you as a friend or close to you as an enemy. But people are always worried about what you're doing, right? Especially people that are pursuing you romantically. Okay, with the Lovers here, is that only major arcana, right? Two sides. It's a dual energy, right? Like, when people hate you, they still like focus on you. You may be a person that's watched often. When people love you, they still focus on you. Like, it's just, there is no in between. Interesting. So maybe that's what you need to know and be cognizant of. Tell me about my pile one. What makes them attractive and crush worthy? The Bear. So I'm not gonna lie, this is some super successful energy coming through. Okay, the Bear is someone in authority, like, it's an authority figure. It's very structured. I think it like represents businesses and all of the things. It's very protective energy. Where's the book? Let's see what that is. 15. The Bear. All right, 15 days, 15 months, 15 years. Okay, and it says a beacon of both physical and mental power. Okay, it talks about watchful gazes, being fueled by passion, can be overbearing and aggressive, but let's see. Illuminate your personal finances and wanting to make strong investments and cash flow. Yeah, okay, so talks about being strong, talks about being powerful. I did kind of get, right? 10 of Wands, you have to be strong, right? That is, in access, could be a burnt out energy, right? You have to be able to weigh the scales, right? You can handle struggle in balance, whether we're talking about physical strength or whether we're talking about mental and emotional strength. You have those qualities, and people see that, okay? And people find that very attractive, because that Bear energy is your strength. Again, this is not this pile does not seem primarily divine masculine or feminine. It feels like someone that is very strong in both, right? Very balanced with that Six of Pentacles in both their divine feminine, divine masculine energy, knowing how to receive, but knowing how to go out and get, right? Because again, Three of Cups could be receptive energy, right? Five of Wands is aggressive energy, right? The Lovers is balance. 10 of Wands is all of that, as extreme as it can be, right? You can go to any extreme, right? And this Bear is strong enough in every sense, and also very successful, also very financially well off, successful in their career. This is what makes you attractive, right? All of these things like that. I think I want 2 from this deck, and I'll take the bottom. Give me more. That's too many. Tell me more about my pile one. What makes my pile one attractive and trustworthy? What attracts people to my pile one, please? No. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. I'll take the bottom in a second. The ship. I talked about moving because I felt like my neighbors, they've simmered down now, but they were moving in, and I think I mentioned like moving quickly. But the ship, you're always on the go, or maybe you make moves, or you constantly evolve and ascend, because it doesn't have to be a physical move. It could be a mental, like you're constantly growing as a person and changing, and with each era you're ascending, like this bear, right? Let's see what the ship has to say in the book. Let's see. 3 days, months, or years. It does say designed to withstand the turbulence of water. And I almost said war, but it says the ship card eludes us to a worthy journey that it was simply not meant to be short. Okay, you played a long game. People love people love that you are dedicated, patient, and that you build, right? The bear, is also patient. There was also messages regarding patience with that bear card. And because of this, people like that you take your time and you see results. It's also an indicator of, when we talk about people finding you attractive romantically, building relationships, right? The Three of Cups talks about a celebration, but this is not a celebration just casually. This is with close friends and family. It talks about nurturing connections. You're the type of person that nurtures connections, and someone that is commitment based, right? So people that are attracted to you, they can tell that you're very stable, right? And that you're willing to build with a romantic partner, and even other friendships, right? In connections, you're willing to fight through for like love, whether we're talking about platonically or romantically. Like, those are the things you do when it comes to your relationships. You make sure that they last, okay? And then you've got the skies, and that is a traveling energy. So the sky that does talk about endings and cutting things off very swiftly, very much so. I want to consult the little book just so we can get more information. 10 days, months, or years. And it says, pay attention, goddess. This one's gonna be quick. A quick motion is coming, so be warned. However, not necessarily fearful. And it talks about accidents and unexpectedly painful endings, but it also talks about being illuminated quickly and releasing something that has negative energy on your path. So you don't do bad vibes. You don't do bad vibes, straight up. You don't do it. You do balance, you do harmony, you do love. You do not do bad vibes. You can and you will to reach a goal, right? You will to resolve something, but you're not gonna live in bad vibes. You'll cut that off immediately. So that people find that attractive. People love that energy that you have. Like you will cut ties, you will remove yourself, you will dissipate any negative energy just in general, whether that is you having to be aggressive, some of you even physically, or whether that is you just shifting the tempo of a conversation or a space, like, because this is a social gathering. If you're in a social gathering and things are getting a little bit combative or heated, you come in and kind of dissipate that energy, because you don't do that energy. You just don't have the time for it. So I love that coming through for you. But it does feel like a pile of someone that is equal parts dark, equal parts light. Like, you're not like super super sweet good, but you're not like super war combative. Okay? You can be either or, right? When appropriate or necessary. I think I did this in a previous reading where I almost grabbed the love deck in a point where it was not really, like, it didn't make any sense to grab at it. So let me grab it. I'll pull a card, just one, to see, because I wasn't planning on using this deck. Because next I'm going to go into this astrology-based oracle as well as the melanin pop to close it out. But let me just see really quickly. Tell me more about my Power One. What makes my Power One attractive, and why do we need to hear it from this deck? Yeah, I mentioned that commitment-based energy here, and here it is double down on with this engagement card. What's going on? Where is it? There it is. All right. Well, up. Okay. Some of you, and this is, you're going to be on one or the other extreme, because I got that sky and that flighty energy. Some of you are very flighty, right? Like in a shadow sense, like you can be flighty and float around, or possibly non-committal in some instances. I say that because engagement wouldn't Like for whatever reason, it just does not want to like clear up. Others of you, others of you, it says that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment with engagement. People find you, again, like I mentioned earlier, that commitment based energy, like stable, very, very stable. And some of you, people love how you can be very commitment based without needing to like cling, because you do have your own stuff. There's a lot of activity here, like you're chasing things, you're socializing, you're building your life, job, career, business. Like you can be engaged with a person, right? Whether we're talking literal or just engagement in terms of attention, while not fixating, right? You can remain focused on yourself and your life and your goals simultaneously. And you do have separation, time apart with your partner is on the horizon. So people find interesting. That's a very interesting energy. But engagement and separation, opposites. People love that energy that you have when I mentioned that dual energy, that the two sides of the scale, right? Two faces on the lovers. You so multifaceted that like people just like, you're like life is like a box of chocolates, right? Never know what you're gonna get. Like that's your energy. Engagement, separation. You can be engaged while still maintaining yourself with separation. With the skies coming out and this deck that I did not even plan to use, having separation, some type of ending, transformation makes you more attractive. This is kind of a love-based reading. Some of you just ending a connection. Some of you are single, possibly newly single, and people are like paying attention because of that. Like, you know, you're free, you're separated, you're available, and now you have a lot of attention. Like it's clear that you're available, and like people are like, oh my gosh, pile one is like on the market and excited. So it's funny because let me see. Yeah, I don't know why. That's just an interesting energy. I was very surprised that it came through. But engagement and separation, like people are like some of you may have even literally broken off an engagement, right? And people are like, good for pile one for like doing what they want. Like people find that like brave and whatever if some of you have done that. But really, half of this attention that you're getting, like people are finding you attractive. Like people always found you this way. But especially those of you with the bear and the ship, if you've been in a long-term connection and like you're not anymore, people are like, really, pile one? Let me go see. Like some possibly from a gossipy perspective, but they're still like admiring you, but also from let me see if pile one will like let people are like wanting to shoot their shot. Like you've got a lot of people that want to shoot their shot. That's very interesting. Okay. People like that you're very clear in like your relationship status. Like when you're available, you're available. When you're not, it's very clear, right? Interesting. Trine. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I think I have too much light coming in through the window. Maybe that's your energy though, like you're a bright light. You have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow with the trine energy. I may adjust the lighting in a second, but I'm almost done with this pile, so maybe for pile two. But an angelic support, harmony, perfect flow, like something about you're very, very balanced. That's why I said I don't get a predominantly masculine or feminine energy from you. I get that you've mastered the art of being both in harmony, right? Receptive and active, okay? But again, angelic support, harmony, something about you feel divinely protected. You feel like a perfect flow. Like you just flow, you roll with things as they come, you roll with what you need. Like everything about you is just very, very smooth. So even if you're very quick paced, very active, even in like your war sense, something about it just, it's a flow, like very fluid in your energy and very graceful. Something about you is very graceful, okay? So let me get one more. I'll take the bottom and then we'll close it out with maybe several cards from that melanin pop, because I love that melanin pop. Just gives us a lot of details, like life details. At the bottom, you've got not bottom. In reverse, you have Pisces energy, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Here's the thing. Pisces is sneaky, illusion-based energy. It's 12th house energy. And so I'm just moving that out of the way. In reverse, it talks about very practical energy, like not a dreamer, not illusion. Like if you have dreams, you are acting on them, right? Which is a balanced person, right? You have to have dreams in the receptive sense, in the feminine sense, right? I'm using those genders as labels for energy. Just work with me. In a receptive sense, a dreamer sense, but you also have to have the action to create those things. You're not a dreamer, right? You take action. And some of you feel very lucky with that angelic support. People feel like just things just work out for you. That's why you have so much attention. You're just being watched. Despite whatever you may deal with, things just always work out for you. And like something about you feels like a dream in real life with Pisces. Like you have a very practical look to you. Something about you feels real, but not real at the same time. Okay. And so let me see. Yeah, I don't want to say you're an open book. I don't know that you are. You may be. Some of you are an open book and people love that. They think it's a breath of fresh air. Others of you, like you're very honest, right? Like you don't move beneath the surface. Like you do what you do. You say what you mean. Everything is straightforward with you. You might be a straight shooter, right? Because you don't have time for like lies and things like that. Like you're not like, I get a very honest energy here, right? Like, because in your mind, based on what people perceive you, it doesn't have to be true. Because I feel like some of you may be only as much of an open book as you would like to be, but people see you that way. So if people are seeing you that way, it's probably because of this energy of detachment you have, where you know where to place your energy and when, because you give that energy off. I don't know how true it is, because this is what people find attractive about you. But like, you're not gonna move beneath the surface, because why? When you have the sky and separation, you'll literally just cut it off. Like you'd rather not engaged in hide and be, I don't know, like it's like a that fox energy, like trying to be cutting, like trying to like get over in a sense. Like that's just not you. And people find that attractive. So let me see what's at the bottom. House 1. Yeah, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. So yeah, I mean, this is an energy of a person that is basically like, sorry, I'm making space so that it can be in frame. There we go. Making space for someone that is basically, I didn't mean to say making space for someone. Maybe you're building a life that you'll be able to share with someone, but you have yourself, right? And maybe that's what it is. You make space for your partners. You prioritize them when you're dating, but like, regardless, it's you. You maintain your own separate identity beyond your relationships, your connections, your cultures. And I don't mean just like romantic. I mean your friendships, your family, clubs, all of the things. You are yourself regardless, because house 1 is also Aries Martian energy. So again, very active in your masculine principle, as well as receptive in your feminine expression, because I'm getting a strong vibes of people know not to try you, right? Like people know not to try you. Like there's an edge, like there's a certain element of fear. I feel some of you really like out in the streets fighting. Don't get locked up and be in jail. Don't do that. But I see that for some of you. So just be mindful of your energy. But you feel very powerful. I will, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So just like I said, you seem to be balanced enough to know where to apply that energy. And I love that for you, but very, very confident and sure within yourself, outside of your relationships and connections. You have very, very healthy boundaries. I will say, Pal One, the boundaries you have, especially with this Martian energy coming out, it does not feel like that's something that just came natural. It not only because I see it in like this bear in the ship, and that 10 of wands and that sky. Like, I don't know if it's like relationships with people, like something about the way you maneuver and manage the people in your life. Like it feels like you had to learn that. Okay. It definitely does. So, especially since Pisces is 12th house, which is aspects of the self that you may not be privy to, like most people, not just you specifically, but it's the subconscious. So like it feels like inner work, like with that being in reverse, it feels like you having that visibility, that sight, being able to see kind of your weak points and whatnot, and developing those. And that's another aspect of your personality that people like, is your ability to grow and develop and learn more about yourself over time. Yeah, I mean, people really like that. Let me get into this other deck so we can close this out. But you've got a lot going on. You look good. You're like, you feel like I don't know if your life is as amazing as it seems, but it just feels like you have a really good life, Power One, and people admire that in totality, not just how you look and stuff. So let me see. Tell me more about what makes my Power One attractive. Religious, faith, vows, church, practice, holy worship, and sacred. So you may be very routine based. I could see that with Pisces in reverse, because the opposite sign of Pisces is actually Virgo. It's Virgo energy, which is very practical. So, but it feels like, but that, and that rules routines, right? So I feel like you're a very routine based person, or something about you just feels very stable, possibly hardworking, but something, again, your energy is very grounded, right? You may be religious or spiritual, right? With the focus, it feels like a bit of a psychic energy. If you're psychic, this is your confirmation, or if you're just deeply spiritual or intuitive, this is your confirmation. But you don't do so in there's a, and I don't know why this word is coming through specifically, but like Pisces feels like in access, which you don't do in access, feels like spiritual psychosis, where you get lost in spirituality. You don't do that. You kind of get, you apply, right? Like you have a very practical approach. So like if you're religious, like if you're Christian, like the card implicates, you don't like pray and constantly be in the church just praying to God to make your life better. You pray, you give it to God, and then you like take tangible steps towards your goals, right? And you have tangible evidence of the Holy Spirit, because you've prayed, but you've also taken your active steps, and you live a blessed life, and you look good and you feel good as a result. Okay, because this is someone that looks good but is also very healthy and strong. With the bear, I don't know why that's important, that people, maybe you've been through things where you shouldn't look healthy and strong. I don't know, but like people are like, wow, look at pile one. They look amazing. You can't tell they went through all of that. That's hilarious. I don't know why that's so, like, that's an energy. You tell me what you've been going through, because it's hilarious to me that people think that. They're like, oh, look how good pile one looks. That's funny. Okay. Let me get, I was gonna say 2 more, but after this one fell, so I think I want a total of 4. I told you, people, like, you got a lot of people like obsessed with you. They watch you. Lots of people, so many people. Look at all of these hands. And you've got secret admirers. So it says crush. You got the crush card. That's so cute. But it says stranger love, daydreaming, and surprises. Pisces in reverse. Pisces rules dreams. So there's people that like don't want to think, people want to act, just so we're clear. Like a lot of these, I mentioned, like this is a what makes you attractive reading. All of, like, you got a lot of crushes, some some you don't. These people are like gonna move. I love that for you, Power One, because it looks like you're gonna have a very active like life coming up. If you don't, I don't know why that's coming up in your reading, but I think I mentioned what you need to know earlier as a slip of the tongue. But like, you're focused on you and your stuff, and like there's so much going on. Like, granted, you've got a lot of friends, you've got like a lot of romantic interests. I mean, haters gonna hate, it is what it is, but like you got that coming in too. But like regardless, all of these personalities coming through your pile, because it's very loud, are secretly admiring you. That's interesting. And chaotic. Yeah, look what's at the bottom. You've got newness, revenge body, luxury, reaching goals, and sudden success. So if you didn't know, now you do. If you're not already in this energy, right? Honestly, I was like, because the readings I've been doing, even when I've been trying to make them like super nice, have been kind of chaotic. So this is another reason why I wanted to do this reading for you guys, just to send you some positive energy. But like, if you've been in a chaotic energy, in a chaotic space, look what's coming for you. Some of you, literal revenge. Don't be, I mean, do what you want to do, it's fine. But like, there's a revenge energy, like something about you. One, you may not mind being vengeful and getting revenge. I can get that, which is hilarious to me. But like, you do it in balance, so I'm not gonna like judge you for it. But it just feels like something about getting your revenge. People like find that attractive and chaotic. But revenge body, right? I mentioned looking physically healthy and strong, and I don't know if you've been sick, right? Sky, like, unfortunately, I hope not. My prayers out to you if that's the case. Maybe you've lost somebody and you've had to recover. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people just seem very surprised that you look good in this current energy, right? Or maybe people don't see you. Like, maybe people like hear you like a lot, right? Like if you work a lot on the phone, or like meetings where you don't put your camera on, people are very surprised at how you look. Like, in a good way. Like, when people see you, they're like, wow, look at Pile 1. They look amazing. Why did I never know Pile 1 looked like this, right? That's the energy coming through. But yeah, you got some success coming your way. Especially if you've been working on yourself, especially if you've been like working on your health and your appearance. I get that, especially with the house 1, but people find you very much so physically attractive in any state, Pile 1. Like, it's here. But I do want those other 2 cards, I promised myself. So let me see. Tell me more about my Pile 1. All right. I do everything. Unequal give and take, lazy, mooching, disrespect, and blame game. I get this not in a literal sense. I do everything is a phrase. This is someone that can do everything, has historically done everything, and you can handle it with the 10 of Wands. You don't want to, and you don't always have to, but when it happens, you can do it. It's also giving like jack of all trades energy. Like, you have a lot of different gifts, a lot of different talents. You can be anything, anyone you want to be. That's how I'm getting that. And I also, she's confronting him there. People kind of like your confrontational side if you have that, right? Like, you call people out, right? People find that extremely attractive when you call people out. Like, you do not care. You will say, right? So like that combative side I'm seeing here. I'm also getting let me call out the signs that I actually see on this card. It is Aries, it is Capricorn, and it is Libra. So that's the Aries Libra axis of self and others. Now, Capricorn is work, which we did see a lot of things coming through with that, but that is also this first house energy that is here. But it talks about balance, those scales, right? I versus others, right? It's yourself versus your relationships. That is the axis of Aries Libra. It actually is also the axis of war versus peace, right? War versus diplomacy. Okay, so that's kind of things that people find attractive about you. You know how to go to war, you know how to balance, you know how to be like, I can't even get the word out, diplomatic, and all of the things as well. All right. But you can listen, you can be that bear and just do anything on your own. You don't need anybody. You're very independent. People find that attractive as well. So you have, would you accept? You got like all kinds of people on you and wanting you and being close to you and all of this stuff. So yeah, I mean, right? Apology, romantic gestures, offers, higher commitment. Would you accept? You got people, honestly, half of what's chaotic and hilarious about your energy, the more people engage you, the more people want you. Like that Five of Wands is competition, right? People are competing for your love, whether it is like you may be the type of person, your friends, like actual friends, like platonic friends, compete for your attention. Like that's your energy. Okay? Like people want and people also like that even though you can do everything, actually because you can do everything and because you have a lot going on, people like to offer you help and support. And people like that even when you got a lot going on, you still offer support. That's nice. Okay, that's your personality and that's what people like. But I mean, romantic gestures, higher commitment, like people always want to offer you something. Okay, you do have secrets, silenced, burdens, quiet, lock and key. But here's the thing: you are very committed, right? Key to the heart. Like you're very committed. Once you're locked in, you're locked in. And eyes closed, you don't see anyone else but your person. But burdens is there. People admire that you keep your burdens to yourself, not because they think you should, but because they like the gracious nature that you have. Okay, but like people want to support you. Okay, that's what I see. So let me see what else. Some of you wear certain necklaces that people really like. People like that you don't gossip and tell their business. So like when like their business is their business, right? And it doesn't leave where it's at. Okay? With this overbearing energy, because you got a lot of personality traits coming out. That's why you're reading so long. This 10 of Wands with this I do everything. People like that you don't let your burdens or burdens, your traumas and all the things stop you from connecting with other people, right? What would you accept? Okay. Interesting. And also with this Pisces reverse in this combination here, because it does say unequal give and take and apology, people like that you can admit when you were wrong. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so much going on with you, Pile One. I love that for you. I'm going to close it out now, but I love this energy for you. And congratulations on how good you look, I guess, despite either not supposed to be or people just being shocked by your beauty and all of the things and all of the blessings you have coming in that I also see in your pile. So that is all I have for you today, Pile One, and hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, my pile two. So if you selected the red or orange, depending on the lighting or just your vision, Slushie, then let's look at what makes you attractive, what makes you crush worthy, just what people like about you, what people value. Lots of things came out in pile one. Honestly, any messages you need to know, but we're emphasizing on that. It is kind of love-based because we do see what people find attractive about you romantically, but I kind of want to get a feel for your vibe because I haven't done one of these in a while, and this is normally like one of the popular videos. So let's see. I'm going to start with this New Orleans Oracle deck that I have because it's new, got a book, and I'm gonna get an overview. We're gonna look at my Afro Goddess Tarot and Oracle, right? Some details, and then we will get, I think that's the Heavenly Bodies deck for some like astrological stuffs. And then I do have Melanin Pop, and I have some love-based decks just in case I want to get into that, just if something pops out, but we're just rolling with the energy as it comes here. We're rolling with the energy as it comes, and maybe that's the stage of life you're in because it was 1 minute and 11 seconds when I made that statement. So roll with it. There's something else that I wanted to mention. Oh, I do have in the header divine masculine, divine feminine. It does not mean you have to identify as either or. It just talks about your energy, like where your energy is placed. Like you may be divine feminine, you may be a divine masculine, but you may come through as being primarily one, even though you that identifies the other, or you may be a balance, whatever it comes through. So let's just hop into it. Tell me about my pile two. We're not gonna fight it. Why not? Let's get it. I'll take the book and put it on top of the deck. I need to know what's going on because you got one upright, one reverse. So maybe you're really down. So maybe you're chaotic. Something I don't know. Let's check it out. So this was at the bottom, and I wanted to talk about it, but I just did not feel like it, so I didn't. But lanyap, right? So based on my memory, it is a gift, okay? Like at least in this deck, like that's kind of, yeah, a gift, right? So good intentions always pay off in one way or another. Even though things may not have panned out exactly how you anticipated, your karmic reward will be quite pleasant and may surprise you. So a gift. People see you as a blessing. People see you as a gift. But people also see you as very lucky, right? Very, very lucky, okay? You may have something coming in soon that like a blessing, because that's what that card is. And this is like your overview for your energy, and what makes you attractive is how blessed you are. A blessing, but how blessed you are. So if you're not feeling blessed, okay, you have something coming in. I don't know why, like that energy, but I feel so happy with your pile. Like I was feeling good in pile 1, I'm not gonna lie, but something about you, I feel excited, pile 2. So you may have something to be excited about, or maybe that's just you may be very, very passionate and make people around you feel very passionate, but just there's something feeling good. But you're also very attractive. People see you as like that pearl, okay? Very, very attractive. You may like nice things. You may like jewelry, like some certain jewelry that you like or that you wear. People think it compliments you well. It looks good on you. That's kind of the energy, okay? So let me see. So interestingly enough, this came out in pile 1, but not like this. So you've got focus in reverse. Then this book does not talk about reversals, but I will open the book because I don't think that I did so in the first pile, number 20. I just want to see what it talks about. Everything is energy. So here's the thing. Just already, gifts, right? Pearl in a shell. People find it very attractive, right? Focus in reverse, how you withdraw your energy. Something about the way you pull back your energy, whether it is hermit mode, whether it is pulling within, whether it is just focusing your attention elsewhere, or just not giving something your attention, like something about your ability to withdraw. It's very attractive. I don't know why that is the first message that came out. That said, it's very, very attractive. Now, other messages that I'm getting, along with how beautiful you are, people don't get to see you as much. Maybe that's why it's attractive that you withdraw your energy. People don't feel like they can see you often, right? Like, again, pearl is in a shell, right? When you open and you let people see you, right? So this could be specific people we're talking about, right? But they do not see you with focus in reverse. The eye is in reverse, as in it's closed, as well as the shell. So you're not as visible as a lot of other people. So this may be my pile of people that are not on social media, right? You may not be on social media. You may not take a lot of pictures. When you go places, you may like be beneath the radar, right? Like people love that they don't feel like they can see you. This feels like my person that dodges the photos at gatherings. Like you dodge the pictures. You definitely dodge the pictures. How to? That's you. Tell me in the comments that I'm confirming that. You definitely dodge the pictures though. People are like, oh, let's get a group pic. And you're like, oh, let me take it. That's you. That's hilarious. So let me see with this deck. So you're the life of the party, but won't be seen. That's hilarious for me. I love it. Let me see. Tell me more about my pile 2. And I'm serious. Like I feel like I'm often engaging and all of the things in these readings, but I don't know. I feel like I'm really excited. Like I feel like my energy is unnaturally excited right now. So that could be your personality. That could be how you make people feel. That may be how people feel when they finally see you. Like, oh, look, Pile 2 came to the party. Oh, look, Pile 2 posted a picture. Oh, look, Pile 2, we can see them. Oh, I didn't know Pile 2 looked like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of the energy I'm getting. So let me see more about my my Pile 2s. Makes you attractive. God of Wands. That's that masculine energy, for sure. So you may be masculine in your expression. You may be just very active, very dominant, like a straight shooter. But God of Wands is very passionate, right? Very creative, all of the things, okay? So that is what's coming through here. I love that. God of Wands. Let me see what else I'm getting from his energy. You don't have any issues with your divine masculine side, just so we're clear. Like some of you, this may be people that are divine masculine, right? Like consider themselves to be masculine in their expression, but you don't have to be. If you selected how to, and this is where you are, it's just you have a very, very powerful, very, very loud energy, regardless of like people not really getting to see you. That's an interesting combination. Let me see more. Tell me more about what makes my pile twos attractive. Is that reverse or it's maturing energy? Okay. Some of you, that withdrawing energy is to fixate on your goals, because this is a maturing energy, and the Two of Wands is all about planning and building. And notice that you cannot see the face, right? Some of you, this is a very interesting reading, and I'm also getting other messages, and I don't want to lose any of them. But if you are divine feminine, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. See how the God of Wands is facing forward. That's a very prominent masculine side. Okay. This is what you would consider to be feminine energy, facing the other way. Okay, so it's almost like the divine feminine aspect of you is hidden, right? Like you hide it. Okay, that's an interesting thing. But look what I've got here. Oyster, pearl could be very relevant for you, but look. The world is your oyster. So, pearls. Something about, you may have pearls, you may wear pearls. Okay. You may wear pearls. If you do, people find it very attractive on you, okay? Yes, but planning, busy, focused, working, building, constantly creating something. Maybe that's what it is. Because some of you, I can already tell, I have a largely feminine audience. Do not be turned off by this God of Wands, Two of Wands. Like it's not, it doesn't mean that people see you as masculine in a negative sense. They see you as very creative, very active, building, planning, working, growing. That's how people see you, and withdrawing your energy to focus on those things, right? And it's funny because like some of you, especially like I'm getting a very specific example, not saying this has to be any of you, but if you do things, like if you write, you may use like a gender neutral name so that no one knows that you're a woman. Like I see some people that have done that. Like you hide your feminine side under the guise of a masculine. Like some of you may use a male name, right? I'm getting that. And I also get people, like I'm getting an example where people are surprised by your energy. Something about you and the way you act or the way you do things. People are surprised that you look how you look. Like they expect something totally different. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a pleasant surprise, not like it's a ooh, right? Let me get one more. Tell me more about my pile twos. What makes my pile two attractive? God of Cups. Yeah, this is my pile. Yeah, for sure. Right? Like this is a pile that would be traditionally divine masculine, whether in expression or visibility, but planning. With the Two of Wands here, holding like right here, you've got a perfect expression of passion and activity, as well as empathy. So this may, if this is like if I had to choose a personality, right, this would be my masculine pile, right, that is balanced in his expression, that is very active and fiery, and also very intuitive and watery in balance. That this is what I would get. That does not mean, you know what I mean, that is the case. It means that your energy is very active, whether you are masculine or feminine. Like your expression of balance, of the way you engage the world and interact, is very active. Okay? That is good, right? This is a major pile of being able to manifest, fixating and on things that they want to create. Okay, at the bottom you've got that 10 of Wands, very, very active. Your energy is so active, like it's loud. That's why I was all excited. Like I've simmered it down, I've grounded, so that I don't burn out before the other piles. But I will say it's interesting because what I'm getting is like a very, very active person, but you're not visible at all. Like it's a hidden energy, but very active, constantly building, moving, maneuvering, right? Because kings are fiery. They act, move, build, plan, structure, like even to the point of max. Like there's something about your energy that is so extreme. And people find that very attractive, okay? So let me get, I'm going to do what I did in pile 1. Let's not break the chain because I almost grabbed it again. Something about this deck wants to be incorporated into this reading. So we'll get one. We'll get one. Tell me, because I'm actually not even supposed to be on this side of the table, by the way. I'm supposed to be over here because my next deck that I want to use is over here. So something about the left side. You may be left-handed. You may prefer working with your left hand. Let me see. What else? What else was I thinking just now? Yeah, I don't remember. It's fine. But let me get from this deck, and then I'll go back to the one that I was supposed to be using. But I'm definitely not supposed to be on this side. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Left energy is kind of like feminine receptive energy. So you may be someone that is very active and masculine, but in tune with your receiving side, right? Or maybe you need to work more on being more receptive, because I could see this pile being a little bit out of balance. Like if you are a feminine selecting this pile, I hate saying that because I don't want y'all to like come for me and misconstrue the point. If you are a feminine selecting this pile, you may be a little bit too in your masculine expression. Okay. And I say that because 10 of Wands is maxed out energy, and then you have the feminine identifying or visually feminine person facing the other way, and it means a lack of receptivity, right? A lack of focus. Okay. Some of you that are identifying as masculine, same thing. You're too, right? Because you can fall into this group too as well, of you're not enough in your receptive energy. You're not enough in your intuition. Others of you, if you feel like everything's going well and you don't feel like anything's off, you are just a very well balanced masculine with the feminine, right? Because like I felt like so there's 3 groups, right? Feminine, where you are not receiving, you're too in your masculine expression, or a masculine that is also too in his masculine expression. Or if you are a masculine, the masculines are the only ones that have the opportunity to be balanced. I'll just say that. But it doesn't mean anything is necessarily bad or wrong unless you feel like it. If you feel like a call to align your energy, this is me letting you know what it is, right? If you feel like something's off, you're too in your masculine expression. If you feel cool and life is fine, then you're balanced. But again, I feel like that's mostly for the masculines, because you have the 2 gods here, which are masculine energy, but you have the one that is fiery and you have the one that is water, which is a polarity. Okay, so let me see more. What makes my pile 2s attractive? 2 energies. Duals, you have like 2 faces in a good way. Okay, like I said, you can be very active, you can be very receptive, especially those of you that are actually in balance. But I have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you have a very forgiving energy. You don't hold grudges. People find that very, very attractive, that you don't hold grudges. Okay, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so forgiving and learning, and then romantic feelings. It lets me know that you're the type of partner that's willing to work through things, like through problems in a relationship, like a plan, like looking ahead, even when things are really chaotic in the 10 of Wands. That people feel like you're willing to work on romantic connections, okay? And also, this is a heal and releasing the past. You're open to love, even after, I guess, chaos or past experiences. Like, you don't let that hold you back from your life. Good for you. Don't let anything hold you back from your life. What's this? Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of giving on to the next one energy. So like, if you're in a connection with a partner, or historically in your connections, like, you've always been willing to work it out, but also like when it's over, you just kind of go live your life and like on to the next one. That's kind of what I got with the honeymoon, because it feels like travel and motion, and there's a lot of activity here. You do have the world. Interesting. Okay, what else? People catch feelings for you very easily. Okay, the interesting thing that I'm getting, pile two, is what's attractive about you is that, like, people, and I say what's attractive, but like an energy that I'm getting is that you forgive people, right? Like let's say you get into it with somebody, or you get into it with a romantic partner, or someone that's interested in you romantically. If like they do something wrong and you like forgive them, that makes them like you more. That's a very interesting thing to like find attractive. Like, I don't know. But let me pull from this deck that I'm supposed to be pulling from. All right. Tell me more about my pile two. What makes my pile two attractive? Some of you, the way you love actually makes you attractive. Like, something about the way you express your romantic feelings makes you attractive. And maybe it's because you have this withdrawn, slightly detached energy, that when you express love, it is an energy that, you know, people feel like it's a gift, if that makes sense, because it's not something that you naturally do. You are very loyal. I mean, I was getting that with forgiving and learning. You're a very loyal person with the dog. Okay? Like, people find it very attractive how loyal you actually are. Okay? And what a good friend, because, you know, man's best friend, okay? People think you're a good friend, okay? That's what they find attractive, is when you're loyal and helpful as a friend. The dog also lets me know that you're the type of person that your friends, you may have friends that have feelings for you. You're that type of person that attracts friends, okay? I want one more. I'll take the bottom. The coffin. Endings. 8 could be a relevant number. So I see, and this is an interesting something, everything about you is very, very interesting because the way your approach to things, you have a very unique approach to things, pile two. I'll tell you that, because everything about your pile, I'm like, oh, that's a different interpretation of these things. You are loyal till death, which is straightforward, right? Loyal, death, right? Loyal till death, regardless of how you feel about people, what you go through with people, but also you're loyal even in ending. So like, if you're not with a person anymore, or if you're not friends with someone anymore, you're still loyal, right? Like, you can still be trusted, right? Even if you don't deal with these people or this person, you can still be trusted. Like, something about you just have a very trustworthy energy. Like, people know, like, and maybe that's that hidden withdrawn energy, is whatever you know, whatever you saw, whatever they shared, it stays where it is. Okay, that's the energy that people find very attractive about you. Your exes love that you're still cool. Like, not saying you have to be friendly or that you are, but your exes find it attractive that, like, you're cool regardless of any endings or how it ended, especially with forgiving and learning. Like, there's no hard feelings with you. You move on. Okay? And then you have the Mountain. Okay, that is some interesting energy here. You have a lot of red, and actually same scene here. If you, yeah, you can't see. I'll move it so you can see. Sorry, I'm like fighting with the deck to get it here. Same scene, right? The sky, but Mountain. Some of you may travel or have traveled near mountains or water. I've got honeymoon travel, but anyway, People find it attractive how you overcome and persevere things. Okay, you're very dedicated with the loyalty energy here of the dog till the end, right? Like you will work on something or a relationship or a connection until it's done, right? Like you don't give up easily. That's why it looks like you have a gift coming here, because it just feels like something you've been working on, because the mountain is something you've been building for quite some time, and like you're gonna see results. Like people like that you work until you see results, unless it's just beating a dead horse, right? Let's see. This is a interesting energy. Okay, so let me pull from this other deck. Tell me more about what makes my pile too attractive. This is a pile of transformation with the coffin and a mountain. People feel like you get better looking over time. With the dog at the coffin and over time, you get better looking. Like you're a type of person that ages like wine. Okay. I mentioned that loyalty and that trust and that patience. So we do have Taurus energy. That's second house now. That is second house of assets. People see you as an asset, but they see you as very stable, very sturdy. You can see that energy here with the dog. They see you as very stable, very sturdy. Okay. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, trustworthy, patient. I told you, trustworthy. Like people trust you with their life. House 9, spiritual growth. You're constantly growing, evolving, improving yourself, learning, developing, right? Like people love how you're constantly developing. Some of you may be beginning to travel if you haven't already, or you may be well traveled with the mountains and a honeymoon here, because I'm getting that with the house 9. Okay, that is Sagittarius energy. You may have Sagittarius placements. It's all about expansion and growth and learning. Okay. Taurus Sagittarius energy combined feels like a very blessed person, someone that is building slowly over time, but very like it's a straight shoot up. It's not any spikes, like no losses. Okay, even if it may seem like it in a moment, there's no losses with this power. Like you never take a loss, right? Every ending is a beginning with you, for sure. All right, you've got Gemini energy, curiosity, intellect, networking. Everything is a lesson. Everything is something to grow and to learn, with forgiving and learning here. That's you. That's what people find attractive about you. You have a very sturdy energy. You may have a very sturdy, like you may have a very strong, like body type, right? Like very sturdy. People find it very attractive, but like whatever sturdy is, like it's coming to your mind. Like you, regardless of if you're leaner or on the heavier side, something about your build is just like sturdy regardless, right? Like strong. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. But people like that you're constantly learning, constantly growing. Something about the way you communicate, right? Interesting. You're always curious, very smart. Okay. Let me get this melanin pop and close this out. Tell me more about my pile 2s. Trapped, imprisonment, caught, blockages, cornered, stuff. Now I'm not gonna lie, this feels like that sturdy energy, like stable, rock like. It feels like this Taurus energy. Letter T could be relevant here, now that I'm like comparing my cards. But trapped, like you're very stable. Okay, like you're not like, I get you're not going anywhere energy. Like that's part of that loyal energy. Like people find it attractive, or someone finds it attractive that you're not going anywhere, that you're staying. Oh, I heard the word that you're stuck. So I don't know what's going on, but people just find it attractive how committed, how loyal, how stable, how stuck you are. I don't like that in shadow sense. I like the loyalty, I like the stable, but somebody feels like, oh, pile 2's not going anywhere. I don't like that. Only because, right, trapped. And I don't even, honestly, I'm just now realizing, because I did just want to go from left to right, that I put it on forgiving and learning. So don't be trapped in some type of connection or cycle. We don't need that. Don't do that. But that's an energy. People find it attractive that you're loyal, that you're stable, that you're not gonna go anywhere, even though you can, right? Taurus energy is an asset. It's something that you own, but it can be it is a fixed sign. It can be an energy that is stuck, right? Because to Taurus, energy is notoriously stubborn, right? Not going anywhere. So like not going anywhere, even though you could be doing much more and be doing much better. Okay. So watch that. I do not like that in that sense. I like the loyalty. I like to stick it out, the forgiving and learning. I love those attributes. But I'm not gonna lie, here it feels like a bit of a predatory energy. Okay, you've got hot sauce, attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, debate. Some people like your attitude. They think that's they find that attractive, and other people also just really think you look really good. Like you're just really attractive. Okay, really attractive. But on a roll also talks about like that spicy energy talks about that very active principle. You're very active in your masculine expression. Okay, regardless of where we've already covered it. You're very, very active in your masculine expression. Trapped also feels like someone that gets things under control. Okay, that's what people find. They find it attractive that you can get things under control, that you can like some of you may do like for a living, some of you may like capture people and things, because I have the dog on the leash. Like you may like, I know that sounds chaotic when I word it that way, but there's a lot of professions this could be. Like you could literally be a dog catcher, or you literally could be like security of some kind. Okay, because I get that with the capturing, okay, energy, and people find that attractive. Some of you here are like feminine women in male dominated roles. Okay, like you either do it for work or you do it personally. Like there's some things that you do that people would consider to be masculine. Okay, and people find that very attractive. Okay, very, very attractive. Just don't get caught up in a situation that doesn't, align with your highest good, if you could be doing better. Okay, for sure. So let me see. Give me 2 more from my pile. 2s people find. Okay, I'll take all of that. Incoming energy. Okay, look at you prioritizing your health. I say that because it's good. It's incoming energy. So something about you, pile 2, you've either recently started or you're starting to see results with the mountain to prioritize your health, right? So in you doing that, it feels like people are noticing, like, oh, look at how good you're starting to look. You're eating healthier. You may work in the medical field, right? So, or you've been working out, just something about attention to your health. People are noticing. And Taurus is ruled by the sign of Venus, of beauty, right? Very practical approach to beauty. So like I said, starting to like really like step into, because it's incoming energy, your health and all of the things. So people are noticing that. And then you've got beach. So we have honeymoon. I did mention a mountain, and now we have beach, but ocean, water, cleanse, force, subconscious. So some of you, when it comes to a vacation or a trip or something, that's a specific instance or setting where people are finding you attractive. So if you're traveling or doing things or whatever, people are finding you attractive in that specific setting. But something about water and oceans, you may be on a cleanse because that is there. But you do have red flags. Caution, beware, toxic warnings, and danger on both sides. So listen, and then overwhelming. There's something you're ignoring in your life, pal, too. I hate that it's shifted into that energy. Maxed out energy with that 10 of Wands, that mountain difficulty. It's okay to give up on things that are wearing you down, that you're overexerting yourself and whatnot. You got underneath here, dog and coffin, right? Don't run yourself into like an early grave being loyal or supportive or fighting or building or supporting. Do not. It's not worth it. I promise. That's just a message that you need to know. Now, Red flags feels like a person that people know not to try. I mentioned that you kind of have like an edge, like a masculine edge, regardless of your gender. Like, so your masculine side is very prominent in your energy. And so people know that you will attack if you have to. Very sturdy, like Taurus is the bull. And then we also have like that trapped, which is someone like could be potentially pinned down. 10 of Wands is like going to 10 real quick. Like, right, this fire in that the temperature going up, like blood pressure shooting up. Some of you have been monitoring your blood pressure. Good for you. Some of you need to monitor your blood pressure. All right, for sure. But yeah, I mean, that toxic card came out after we were talking about that. So just watch the energy and the people that are finding you attractive and that are attracted to you, that like being around you, and just start questioning all of your relationships and asking yourself, why does this person like me? Why does this person find me attractive? What qualities do I have that is making this person or these people attracted to my energy? And if you find that it benefits others more than yourself, listen, okay? So just yeah, all right. But you do have addiction, excessive drinking, sex addict, and unhealthy coping mechanisms. So there are people and or a person. Where can I place this? This is the end. It's fine. I can put it here. That may be preying on either your needs, your addictions, whatever. Okay. So just be mindful of those relationships. Now, I do see here some of you, people deeply admire your recovery. Okay? People deeply admire your recovery that you have. Some of you, you have a dark side. Okay? I've been getting it, but you have a bit of a dark side. Now, in that, there's like that bad boy girl edge. And people are like tempted, like addiction feels like temptation, right? Like people have, like, you're very tempting to people because of this energy, right? And this is also people having a tendency to fixate on you, maybe while you're deeply private. What else am I getting? Some of you have a dark presenting energy. Not saying that you actually are, but some of you have like an appearance, like people would think you're naughty, if that makes sense, right? Like, or like bad, like going rogue, like a rogue energy. So let me see what else I can get. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, some of you people just really like your dark side. They do. They really do. Okay. So watch those connections. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to close it out right now. I don't have anything else for you, Pile 2. Let me know in the comments what all of this energy I'm picking up is, so that I can like know what's going on. Or like, you don't have to like tell all of your business, but I'm just curious because of why it's coming through like this. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have for you today, and hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, before I get into my Pile 3, if I can catch Pile 2, if you may need this message if you lingered beyond the thing, or if you're coming to Pile 3. But basically, I'm realizing now you had that focus card in reverse, and you were only supposed to have one card. So that second card was literally a message that there's people around you that find it attractive that you lack focus, or that you're not paying attention to certain things. So if you were called to that pile, or if you just lingered, that's fine. What I'm going to do now is, I just didn't feel comfortable not saying that. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little lazy, so I'm not going to do all of that editing to like put it in there, because I don't have time for that. Love y'all dearly though, but like now I can just kind of throw a little, I'm gonna clear out that Pile 2 energy so that we can get into my green. If you see smoke, that's I'm just clearing the energy. There we go, that's good. And then, but yeah, those of you where that you needed that message, definitely didn't want to not say that. One thing about me, I will share the important messages. I don't care if it fits with the reading, the topic, care about any of that. So yeah, let's go into it. So my green Slushie. Let's go. So what makes you attractive? What do people find crush worthy about you? And just what people find in general to be attractive that they like about you. I did put a bit of an emphasis on love. I have a deck that literally forced its way into the reading. If you came from other piles, then you know. But I'm gonna start with an overview from this New Orleans Oracle deck. And then I have my Afro Goddess, both tarot and oracle that I'll use. I've done it for the other two piles, so I'll pull from that love deck. And then I have like my Heavenly Bodies astrological deck, as well as that Melanin Pop. I love the details that come from that. So tell me about my green Slushie. What makes my green Slushie so attractive? Tell me. Great. What I like about that is that it is it's a maturing energy. Step back. Some of you are picking all of the piles, and I can see I cleared the energy. You watched me with a little okay. I'm in this 2 minutes and 34 seconds of me saying that. So 2, 3, 4 steps. Something about your steps. You know when to take a step back, you know when to take a step forward, you know when to move, how to move, and all of the things. And people really admire that. Now, step back is a withdrawal of energy. Okay? It's a withdrawal of energy. So something about the way you pull your energy back, call your energy back, people find that very attractive. Okay? Now, when we talk about the physique, people, you may have a nice back, or you may have nice arms, or you may have a nice back side, okay? People find that really, really attractive. People like to watch you walk away, all of the things, okay? Your ability to walk away, like we mentioned. So I want to see a little bit what the book looks like. You may have come from another pile. I don't know why I'm wanting to take the bottom. Gratitude. Yeah, you definitely. So check this out. Look at all of the colors, right? And like you've gotten yellow. So some of you are coming from the yellow pile. That's an interesting thing. So, but you got gratitude. Here, I'll let it be slightly in frame, just for the point that I'm making. But I want the book so we can see what that step back talks about. It just says, oftentimes we get so caught up in the details of what's going on in our lives that we no longer see things clearly. Just taking a step back from a picture to see it more clearly can be helpful. Stepping back from the situation, looking at it from the outside in. Okay, people like your sense of perspective. You're able to take a step back. You're able to not get emotionally invested in certain things to the point where it takes away from your ability to judge and use your discernment. Okay, interesting. Like your ability to look beyond any current situation or current factors or all of the things. Like they like that. Okay, and that's just a general consensus as well. Like that people admire that about you. Interesting. So I'm like already want to do things out of order. This is not the order. Tell me more about my pile 1. What makes my pile 3, my green Slushie. Some of you took over the reading with pile 1. It's almost like I did a hard reset when I cleared the table again. Interesting. Come on, my green Slushie. People definitely like your backside. I'm not gonna lie, that's very clear. This card just keeps stalking the reading. Let me see what this is. So, overwhelming max out energy. Some of you might have a lot of backside. That's funny that came through. But like people admire that. But something about this energy, very loud energy. We do have the sun and some bright yellows, and you have a very loud presence. Okay, you may be a loud person, but something about your energy, your creative energy, the way you do and express yourself, you might be a very expressive individual, and like people find that attractive. Okay, Because even the gratitude card is like a second line, right? Yeah, so an incoming energy. Oh, okay. You may be a very loud person that has stepped back. Okay. That's interesting. Something about you, there's been a personality shift. Doesn't have to be recent. It could actually be something that shifted at some point of your life. You went from a very, very loud person, right? Possibly in some instances gossipy, overbearing, to very discreet. And people find that shift very attractive. And I use those extreme examples like loud, gossipy, hollering. It doesn't have to be all of that. It could just be you were very open and you projected a lot of energy out, and now you hide your face, you hide your hand, right? This is given poker face because an incoming energy of this Two of Swords, it's a withdrawal of energy, like that step back, right? And then doing so in a very loud way. You know how something's so quiet that it's loud? That's you right now, right? Like there may even be like specific people, like why is pile 3? Ooh, I can't even get the pile right. Like it's a confusion energy. Like there's a lack of clarity. Can't see with the blindfold. Like people have no idea what's going on. Like what happened with pile 3? Why is pile 3 so quiet? Right? That's an interesting energy coming through for you. And so, yeah, I mean, this could be a bounce back from some sort of a burnout, I feel. Let me get more. Yeah, love this for you. 10, the number 10 major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel what people find attractive is that they don't see what's coming for you. Like they can never see. This could be historically, this could be incoming energy, but something about you, pile 3, people don't know what's coming. They don't know what to expect. And when it happens, it's like, wow, look at that shift in energy with pile 3. Completely like the Wheel of Fortune turns, like from loud to quiet, from quiet to loud, right? Step back, step out, right? Step back, step forward, step in, step out, right? People find that attractive. And so I'm trying to figure out what this energy is. My pile 3s. Some of you kind of straddle the fence a little bit in situations. What you do is, if things get a bit excessive and extreme, like it could literally just be energy. Like if there's like an argument, you kind of pull back and wait for things to simmer down. And you like go back when you feel like things will go more in your favor. Like you know how much is too much for you. You may be a very good gambler. I'm not even gonna lie. I was wondering I was like, what is this energy? Some of you may be very gifted at like gambling. And I don't mean like just gambling in a traditional sense of actual gambling, but like life's gambles. Like you may be a risk taker, but it's like a calculated intellectual risk. You know how far is too far. Like you tread that line. Some of you, like you tread that line and oh wait, hold on, I'm right at let me just stop. Okay, cool, it's safe, run past the line. Like you know exactly when to do what. And it's been working in your favor, okay? You've been very lucky thus far, especially if it's dealing with drama, or if you're a little messy and you've been real messy, you know exactly how messy to get without crossing the line. But some of you are risk takers and gamblers, and you know which calculated risk is gonna get you the best return, and it works out every time, okay? And you don't act unless you're sure, right? Some of you don't move unless you know it's gonna be a positive outcome. And this could be in any area of your life, okay? Yeah, look at that, 6 of Pentacles. Some of you are gifted gamblers. Like, y'all win money. That's crazy. I love that for you. But I see here, you know when to give and when to receive, right? You're good at balance. And so it just feels like, what is that? Some of you with this wheel, you're very curvy. And I was getting that. But you may be shapely for whatever your gender body type is, and people deeply admire that a lot. Okay. But Six of Pentacles talks about like charity and donation. So some of you do donate your time and energy or resources in a way that people find that attractive. Like, you may be a person where acts of service is your love language, because when it comes to romantic partners, people love how you give. Okay. Let me just pull from this deck that keeps forcing itself into the reading before I get to the other one. Okay. Tell me more of. All right. It's right there. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. You know, okay, depending on where you came from, if you came from any other house, there's two things here. You either lack discernment with the blindfold and things go over your head, and people that I guess are predatory like to take advantage of you. Watch that. Or you have a very healthy sense of discernment where you know exactly, right? So some of you are on that side where it's like you need to be paying attention more to your surroundings and the energy, right? Like, people kind of like how naive you are. And then others of you are sharp as a knife. Okay. Like, that's why you're gifted at calculated risks, right? And gambling in your life. Like, some of you are very cunning. Others of you are a bit green, like you're Slushie. Okay. There is no in between here. You're one of those two. Okay. But you do make the effort. And these are children on this card, so it could be a very youthful energy. Some of you come across as very youthful, but you're very cunning, okay? But it says great love is worth taking, and the steps you're guided to take. We have steps again. Something about the way you step. You may take steps, because we do have the second line. Something about the way you walk, something about the way you move, the way you, like energy, like steps. People like the way your effort. People like the way you nurture your connections. In a romantic setting, people find it attractive, the effort you apply, right? And that you're very trustworthy. The situation is calling for you to have faith. People love how trustworthy you are and how trusting you are. And it could be depending on which side you are. You know what I'm talking about. But also people trust your energy. Like, when you say something, or when you say you're going to do something, or when you say to do something, people are like, Pile 3 knows what they're talking about. Let me go ahead. This is the calculated risk taker. Pile 3 always gets it right. That's what people think. Okay. Seeing things clearly with the red flags. Okay. All right. So let me pull from this oracle. Let's pull from the oracle. Tell me more about my pile 3. What do people find attractive about pile 3? So I was getting some energy of what people don't find attractive about you. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't want to talk about it, but your cards hit the floor in reverse. And then you got the coffin, which is interesting, but it's like the ship, and it's the mice. And so I see some energy still coming through of a being stuck, of being of not realizing a situation is right, because mice is like a negative situation in some instances, not realizing that that's what that is, and ship in reverse not going anywhere. But I also and this is also that predatory energy slipping through, that naive energy, but also those of you where you catch on with the red flags and dead the issue. So again, it's two extremes. I don't know that any of the piles today have been this polarizing with the energy I was picking up. Okay? So yeah, taking a step back. Some of you, people find it very attractive that you survived something. Okay? Like your shift of life, right? Like that you were blessed with the wheel of fortune, that you came out on top of something. People find that, right, with the gratitude and the celebration of the second line. Some of you, it could literally have been a loss, like it could have been a near-death experience, or it could have been an actual loss of someone with the coffin and the second line, because second line down in New Orleans oftentimes is something that follows a funeral, right? So it could be, but it feels like I'm seeing some people kind of praising you for your ability to bounce back, to move beyond, to rise above certain situations and circumstances, and looking good while doing it. But I also have that side where you're naive and you don't even realize you're in such a horrible situation, and people finding it attractive, right? As in attachment attractive, right? It's attractive. See, I love the wordplay, and I love how my reading style is the detail I try to lead with. Messages will come through that you need, because sometimes I don't even realize just the wordplay, right? Attracting sources, energy vampires, right? Like the undead with the coffin, like you're attracting energy vampires because of your giving energy, and you don't see it. You're overextending, okay? And people are very grateful because they're draining you, okay? And some of you, that is that call to step back. It's taking steps, right? If you have someone around you that is mentioning steps, that's a flag. That's a red flag, okay? Because steps have been a huge theme here. Now let me open this little book. I'm like trying to read the numbers upside down. That's what this pause is. Mice. Okay, yeah, although not too bad on the eyes. I don't think they're cute. I don't think mice are cute. It says mice are terrible menaces and masters of disease, right? Well, when you're not looking, they quickly can destroy, steal, and infect, all for their own benefit and your harm. Some of you actually like beat death, literally beat death, cheated death in some way, like not cheated, but like it's given final destination a little bit with the wheel of fortune. Some of you literally came out of a situation that you should have died. I love that you're here right now. Happy to have you here right now. But yeah, like you because mice in reverse in the coffin, like you cheated death. That's why we've got like the gratitude, grateful, step back and admire life and be grateful for it. Some people, they admire your gratitude, your faith in the higher power, because you are a testimony. Your life is a testimony, right? You may have beat a literal disease, right? Some of you could have had like a near-death experience while traveling, right? Some of you could have experienced like poverty, homelessness, okay? That's the energy that are coming through. But it says the mice in your life can also be the things that gnaw at you or keep you with worry, sadness, anxiety, and depression at night. So when it comes to this mice energy in reverse, because it's, and then it, you know, I place these intuitively. I don't always pay attention with the blindfold. Like you don't realize you have mice around you. Watch that, please. But also, and this is why it's coming through, there's an avoidant energy with step back. You don't engage in drama or worries. Some of you have an avoidant personality, as in you avoid responsibilities. Like you're a free spirit. People like you because you're fun. But when it comes to like things that are serious, things that matter, the issues that face people day to day, you may not be necessarily as reliable when things get difficult with the 10 of Wands. So, because I did mention that I was kind of getting what people don't like you'll ghost people when things are hard for them, for you. Okay? So just watch that energy. Okay? It's like people know that about you. They accept that it is what it is. They just accept you for who you are. But it is a red flag. Like they know. Like it is what it is. Like it doesn't mean you're going to lose your friends or partners, maybe. But people just kind of accept that as a part of your personality. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, let me see what this ship is. Where is it? What is number 3? I'm like reading it as 30. That could be a relevant number. But a ship is designed to withstand the turbulence of water. It's an avoidant energy. I'm not gonna lie. It says a journey is not meant to be short. And people think you like patience. Okay, that's exactly what it is. A journey not meant to be short. Ship in reverse. You want the fast, quick, go. You lack patience. You lack kind of dedication. That makes sense with this gambling energy with the Wheel of Fortune. I could feel like kind of quick gambles, right? Like you like quick, like fast money, like go, like shortcuts. You're a shortcut kind of a person. That's how people see you, okay, in a shadow sense. And that was actually something that maybe it's affecting your life, and that's why it's coming out. But like, you needed to know that. You did need to know that, okay? Some of you, I didn't mention like a predatory energy coming through, as in watch the people around you. Some of you are the people that people feel like they need to watch. That's why it's all a polarizing pile. You're either super naive or super cunning, okay? For better, for worse, right? Because every positive aspect of your personality is going to come with a negative, right? Being very fast paced oftentimes does mean you lack patience, right? Being a good gambler means that you're the type of person that takes risks. Risks lack stability, right? Doesn't matter how calculated it is. So like, there's always going to be a shadow side of your personality type, right? So I don't want you to feel like I'm coming at you crazy, Pile 3. It's all up here, I promise. It's just there are concerns with people that find you attractive, that could find you crush-worthy, or just your relationships in and of itself, okay? You may have people stepping back from you. If that's the case, then this is why, okay? This energy you've been giving off, okay? All right, so let me hop into this Heavenly Bodies Oracle so we can check it out and see. Tell me more about what people find attractive about my Pile 3. We've been critiquing, so I'm not even gonna lie. Step back in gratitude feels like somebody that's grateful to have stepped back from you. That's crazy. Or grateful that you stepped back from them. Watch that energy that you're radiating out. Some of you, especially if you're on that real naive side, people that find you attractive or are attracted to you, whether platonically or romantic, are grateful that you step back from situations and or people specifically, okay? They find that attractive, but they're grateful that that happened. So let's see. Pisces, yeah. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. That's that intuitive hunch here. So you're either very, very sharp, very, very intuitive, or living kind of like a little bit in a fantasy world, which makes sense with that kind of, this is a pile of people that may be interested in get rich quick schemes and such. So just watch that. There's a certain immaturity here as well, but people love that the positive sense of this is that dream, right? That illusion, that fantasy of hope, right? Right? That hopeful energy, right? Like that dream. There's a dream here. And people admire that. People like that. Okay? Especially with physical appearance. Like it's not real. Right? Like you may look like someone that's not necessarily real in terms of how you look physically. Give me one more. I'll take the bottom square. A challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Yeah, that's that energy again, that go ghost energy, right? Because Pisces is a hidden energy. It's 12th house of, now it is hidden enemies. So you could be I'm just now realizing that this is 12th house of hidden enemies. And so this could be a sneaky energy. So people could perceive you as sneaky, or they, you may again be that energy that attracts those types of individuals, because 12th house could be a lack of self-awareness, for better, for worse, because It is an energy of the aspects, the subconscious mind, the aspects of yourself, the habits, addictions, obsessions that you have that you may not even necessarily realize. But square is a challenging situation. And this is hidden energy leading into a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. So you may create difficulties in people's lives. Wow. I am so sorry, Pile 3. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe you're just not listening to your spirit guides. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you may be sneaky and create issues as a result. Because it does talk about treading a line and not getting caught in some instances. I don't know. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. In a positive sense, people admire your ability to avoid negative outcomes and negative situations, right? It can be avoidant into where you just kind of like avoid responsibilities and situations that need to like be dealt with, but also it's you're a vibes kind of a person. Like, you're the person that people want to go on vacation with, right? Like, if someone needs to take a step back and avoid their problems, you're the person to do it with. And people like that. They find that attractive. They're like, oh, my life is stressful. Let me go ahead and call Pile 3. Okay. Libra energy here. Consideration, fairness, and harmony. Balancing. We have scales twice with that 6 of Pentacles. Balance. And we have it there again with the 2 of Swords. So you may be a person that is so I would say balance, fair, but you may lack the ability to make decisions. You don't pick sides. I will say this. So people admire that you don't pick sides. In the shadow sense, you can never make a decision, right? That's why you had all of your shadow come out in this pile, because you tread the line. I mentioned that line. You try to stay right in the middle of those scales. You don't want to upset anybody and all the things. And people admire that you don't want to upset anybody. They do. But like, you tread a line. Right? Let's see what else. I will say Libra is a traditionally attractive energy. It's considered beauty. It's ruled by Venus, right? And then 7th house of relationships, right? So people either feel like you avoid and make relationships difficult. And I don't mean just in a romantic sense, because Libra rules all relationships, like your professional ones as well, because it's contracts, right? It's contracts. So all of your professional relationships, like, you may make those difficult in unnecessarily so, or you may be the type to get wrapped up into contracts or relationships where you're not completely aware of what you're getting yourself into, or you may pull people into those types of situations. It depends on which extreme you're on. Remember the polarizing aspect of this pile. But I'm not gonna lie, the Pisces into the square with this feels like someone that gets over. So like, you're like, people may be trying to get over on you, especially as it relates to contracts, or you may be trying to get over on somebody else as it relates to contracts. So just watch that energy. For sure. Okay. I'm just trying to give you a good reading and like, ooh, Spirit's not having it. You must be hard-headed. You must not be listening to your intuition or your spirit guides. Cannot be Pile 3. You need to meditate or get a reading or something. You need to do something, okay? Because this is what makes you attractive. And you got some attractive stuff. We got into it good at the beginning, but then Spirit was like, oh yeah, we got them engaged. They like that we're praising them. You may be the type of person that likes to be praised, because they let me hype you up a little bit and then like, boom, now we've got them. Drag them. Okay? All right. Let me get these. I think I want like 4 and I'm gonna get out of this energy. You're gonna be fine if you get your life together, Pile 3. All right. And maybe that's why I couldn't remember which pile you were. I listen, you saw this. I cleaned the table before letting you come here. I'm gonna have to clean the table after getting you off of here. But yeah, I feel like, and honestly, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Would you accept apology, romantic gestures, offers, higher commitment? Commitment, that's that Libra energy. People find Something about offers. People find your offers attractive. I don't even know what that means. Like what you have to offer. People feel like you have something to offer. Okay, now that makes sense on that taking advantage of side, that real naive side. People like what you have to offer. Okay, your energy. Okay, your attention, your favors, your acts of affection. People like that. They find that attractive. Okay. Would you accept is also romantic gestures of like offering love. So if you're a chaser, people like that. Don't be running behind people. Do not. Please stop. Step back. And then we've got a lot of yellow for sure. Let me see. There's some apology based energy. So you may be a very forgiving person, or someone that has forgiven you. And this may be people that find you attractive, or why? Would you accept? Let me pull these other cards. Tell me more about what makes my pile 3 so attractive. Walking away. Look at that. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. In the physical sense, people like your walk. People like how you look walking. Right? They like your backside, your back actually. So some people they find it attractive that you walked away from something or someone, possibly even them. Some of you rejected an apology, rejected an offer, and that made you very attractive. Like the decline of the offer, like maybe something didn't work out for you. It could, honestly, some of you, because when it comes to contracts, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be professional. Like you turned down a professional contract or an offer, and that makes you look even more attractive. With apology, there could be some regrets in some certain circumstances, whether we're talking about any kind of a relationship, any type of Libra 7th house contract based energy. It doesn't have to be, honestly, it doesn't even have to be contract, because Libra is relationships. It could be your friends and all of the things like that. But that walking away and turning down, I did mention that step back. Tides are turning, right? Some of you, people admire how much of a blessing you are just in general. That's how I have one energy of you being very receptive and possibly preyed on, and then the being predatory. On that naive side, I'm getting how people see how much of a blessing you are. Okay. With would you accept and walk away? People find you more attractive now that you're single, if you haven't been. Especially if that you just got divorced, right? Because Libra, that would be marriage. That would be a formal commitment. Oh, okay. Transactional relationships, superficial love, materialistic. Some people may see you as a gold digger. Some people may feel like that's what you deal with. What else? There's a lot going on. Some people see you as very materialistic regardless, okay? But they find that attractive in the sense that you're always chasing a bag, whether yours or somebody else's. They like that you get money, okay? All right, let me get to more. Tell me more about my pile 3. What makes them attractive? All right, thank you for my 2. The bottom, we do have androgyny, ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression style. So some people they like that they don't know what they're gonna get with you physically. Like you're like a chameleon. You have a lot of different styles of interest and stuff like that, so you can fit into any setting physically. But also, androgyny can be a bit of a illusion-based two-faced energy. So just watch it, because in you being able to fit in anywhere, you're also a person that, I don't want to say can't be trusted, but you kind of tread the line and you never pick a side, right? And so people like that you get along with everybody. But in you getting along with everybody, it's like You can't be dealing with enemies. You know what I mean? If you got one person that you're best friends with and the other is best friends and they hate each other and are polarizing opposites and have completely different viewpoints, it's okay to say, yeah, I accept everybody's beliefs and stuff. But if these people hate each other and you're dealing with them both, I'm not saying you have to pick a side. I'm just saying it can come across as a bit phony if you're very close with two people that are not cool at all, right? So let me see. Mountains. You also have a mountain to climb. You have a very solid, something about you is very solid, very stern, very strong, because you got a mountain to climb. And then mountains, elevation, peak, climbing, and transcendence. People find it attractive that you're growing and that you're elevating, but also that, what was I getting? Your perseverance, your ability to, so in some areas, some of you lack patience, others of you, you're too committed. And that makes sense, because I would think that the lack of patience sides would be on the polarizing side of you are like what I've been kind of describing as a bit predatory and the type to take advantage and get over. If you've been on that side where you're, sorry, I've got like a weird thing, okay, getting this out. So maybe y'all don't like me talking about this, but if you've been on the side where you've been preyed on, or you don't realize it and people see it, it feels like you're too committed, you're too dedicated, you're too willing to work through struggle. And then you've got manipulation. I did not know that was there, but control, influence, devious, trick, exploitative, fool. Some of you, people see you, that's how people see you, okay? As either easily manipulated or as someone that likes to pull the strings, okay? Watch that energy, okay? Well, I guess I'm gonna close it out. Let me just do you a favor. I'm gonna pull from this other love deck. I'm trying to do something nice for you. I'm so sorry, pile 3. I mean, at the end of the day, if what these people see in you is true, they find you very attractive and they like some qualities, but it's feeling like a lot of people don't necessarily take you seriously, whether it's because you're either naive and easily like manipulated, or it's because you're like a predator, like they see you as that's a strong word, but like you're manipulative, sneaky, like they get over all those things. If that's your energy, then like people just put you in that category and it is what it is. They only deal with, no one really takes you seriously. Okay, that's crazy. Let me get and I'm gonna be honest with you. I said let me be nice to you because I don't judge, but get your life together. Like if you're obviously open your eyes if you're on that naive side, but like if you're like that praying energy, you might want to get your life together, because that Wheel of Fortune is there, and that ooh, watch it. That's why like Spirit is having me drag you. You might want to get it together. Because I know this is a what makes you attractive reading, but I'm like, why did the energy shifts abruptly? Because they let me gas you up. They're like, oh yeah, gas her up, and now drag them. Okay? Like, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Pentacles, and Libra. That's a balancing of the scales. And the reason why I keep having these scales, and I have 2 polarizing energies here, right? It feels like the scales will balance. You've been very lucky in not getting caught up in whatever, right? If you're on that predatory side. But those scales are shifting. I don't control the cards. You got the coffin, a red flag being waved to make you stop, step back, walk away. Yeah, something you don't see coming. Just watch that. I really, everybody's got their lessons, everything that goes to play. Like when we talk about karma, this is kind of the energy of, for better, for worse. Those of you on that really naive side, it's okay. I promise. Everybody grows and matures at their own pace. It's gotta be fine. If you've been victimized and taken advantage of, even if you don't see it yet, it's gonna be fine. Okay? The scales will balance and you will be fine. Okay? You're gonna find yourself feeling very grateful. Okay? Those of you on that side where you've been, if you don't step back, you're gonna, like, I don't want to say you regret it. Oh, that sounds very strong, but like Spirit says you step back and you'll be grateful you did. So whatever you're plotting, planning, whatever, the way you move, stop, okay? Please. It's for your own good. Otherwise, you're going to be in my comments on my readings. You're going to be in my emails asking me for a reading. And I'm going to pick up on it immediately and be like, you get what you get. Okay? Acting like that. Let's see. Self-love. As you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationships and with yourself. So people love that you seem to love yourself. Some of you need to love yourself, right? Depending on which side you're on. Some of you have an excess of selfish energy, right? Some of you have a selfless energy. All of that is rooted in your ability to self-love, right? So like if you're overly giving, overly extending, you're buying love with acts of affection and all of the things. So focus on you and love yourself. If you are selfish and a lot of this energy coming through, that's coming from a lack, right? Giving too much or taking too much comes from a lack mentality and space. So work on that, okay? And then you also have clarity. Someone finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear, therefore what to come shall be clear too. I love that I get to be this messenger for you, Pile 3. Self-love, that is the clarity that you need. And also I love that I'm providing clarity, because a lot of you have been in that Pisces, Two of Swords, avoidant, illusion-based energy, not seeing yourself clearly, whether it's to protect you from the influences around you, or you've been predatory and maybe not even quite realizing it in some instances. Some of you know what you're doing, but the clarity of how it's going to impact you, you might want to watch it, okay? Yeah, disharmony. There seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship. And by relationship, I mean the relationship you have with yourself. It could be the relationships with other people, but it also is just this harmony in your life, Pile 3. So I'm going to close it out. Hopefully it resonated for you. If it didn't, pick another pile. It's fine, but if you got messages here that you clearly needed, and I'm not going to lie, you might want to heed, because these are not my words. I promise you, these are not my words. So that is all I have for you today. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 4, my blue Slushie. You might be a good recovery adjustment person, because I just realized that my camera was slightly off. But let's see. We're going to hop into what makes you attractive, what makes you crush-worthy. We'll see what people like about you just in general. Sometimes I got in the other files what people did not like about you. So if that comes up, we don't discriminate against the messages. We want to know. So yeah, I mean, it may be from a romantic perspective. I do mention that, and I have a love-based deck that works its way into all of the piles, so you get to be pulled from that deck as well. And then I want to see just how people are seeing you and like how they're finding you attractive. So I'm going to start with an overview from this New Orleans Oracle deck. I will pull from my Afro Goddess Oracle as well as the Tarot deck. And then I have a Heavenly Bodies with some astrological influences. And then I'll pull from that Melon Pop so that we can get all of the gritty details. Tell me more about something about you is more. You either want more, or you are more, or, you know, like something about more. Okay. Tell me about Pile 4, my blue Slushie. What do people find attractive about my blue Slushie? Adventure, more. You're always, yeah, adventure, like more. Like there's always a lot. There's always something going on. Adventure. Love that. Okay, number 14. Let's see what the book has to say about that card. It's easy to get caught up in the obligations of completing everyday chores, so much that the very essence of inspiration and excitement can slowly fade away. Before we know it, life becomes one long day of completing task after task. And it says, talks about adventure. So like you're fun, like you're good about taking adventures. Some of you people may think you're all play no work in the shadow sense, but yeah, you're always down for an adventure, and people really admire that about you. So let me see. Tell me more about my Pile 4. Well, okay. I mean, people do find you attractive in like a little bit of a sneaky way with that serpent there. Um, Kind of like trouble energy, but Three of Pentacles, it's collaborative energy. It's a building, it's working. So people find attractive about you. Your collaborative spirit. People like that you're passionate about collaboration and passionate about collaborating with other people. Okay? Working in teams, in groups, in community. People like that about you. Seven of Swords can be a bit of a sneaky, beneath the radar energy. So people may find it attractive that you move beneath the radar. Okay? Let me see. Let me get more. Tell me more about what makes my pile 3 attractive. Something about this pile is very quiet. I don't know what it is, but it's quiet, and that's why I'm reacting this way. I'm not used to that energy. Like the messages are quiet. It's like there's not many messages. Like the pile itself is quiet. Like I'm pulling the cards and I'm listening because I am clairaudient. I'm not really hearing much. So I don't know if there's just not much. Maybe more means needing more, like leaving some to desire. Like you don't give anything, you don't share anything, right? Because this is a concept, right? This isn't a conversation. This isn't communication. This is a concept. Ace of Swords. It's an awareness of something, but not messages related to it, right? Eight of Swords, holding back. Okay, so people feel like you hold back. Okay, people feel like you hold back for better, for worse. Some people find it attractive, some people don't find it attractive, but there's an energy here of a person that really holds back in a way that people might be like, oh, this person got to be sneaky because of like, why they so quiet, right? That's the energy, okay, that people are getting from you, my blue slushies, okay? Because there's 3 swords. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of talking about you. Right? We're building. We've got teams of people here building. So it may be teams of people that are talking. Okay? Groups of people. People that work, do community service, group projects. I see that. What's at the bottom? Because this is a really quiet pile. I'm not look, High Priestess. Like what is happening? High Priestess is very, very quiet. Some of you are psychic, and maybe that's what it is. It's that quietness, is that mystery, that unknown. So what I'm liking it, what I do like about this energy is that beyond that adventure, which is interesting that it's there, and it talks about getting lost in your routine. This is my psychic, possibly magical pile with the snake, right? Those of you that are in the metaphysical or occult, you may deal with serpents. But the High Priestess talks about the unseen. And because of that, it feels like people can't see you or your business. So if you're like psychic and like you do readings and all of the things, people can't see what's going on with you. Like if someone tries to like pull cards, they cannot see. And I don't even know. Like people are so curious about you that they may like try to they can't see. Okay? And that's one side. That's if you are the High Priest. Some of you, you're a person that's so private and secretive that people actively get readings on you. Right? Like they may see some type of priest. Okay? I could see that in some instances for sure. For clarity regarding you. Right? With this energy of not being able to see, hold back, sneaky, and all of that. Like, what are you working on? What are you doing? Okay? That's a very interesting reading. People are very curious about you regardless. Okay? Let me pull from this deck, and then we'll pull from that loved one. Because this was actually the order it was supposed to happen in, but I don't know that I did it in the other pile. Tell me more about my really quiet pile 4. What makes them attractive? Child. That adventure, that childlike energy, like always looking to do something new, always looking to explore, that passion for life, like every experience feels like something to learn. That's that energy of the child, okay? Always looking to explore. That's that adventure energy. 13, 14 steps. There's another pile with steps. Maybe it's a confirmation if you came from it, okay? Tell me more about my pile. The ring. Okay. It's an interesting energy. People may question your commitment, whether it is to a cause, to a group, or something. At the bottom, we do have this whip. So I don't know why, but like that snake in this whip, it feels like Medusa. And I don't know why. I don't know if I've ever gotten like that kind of a message before, but I got that, okay? Tell me more about what makes you may have like a dark aesthetic, right? Like a gothy or possibly like witch aesthetic I'm getting. Tell me more about what makes my pile 4 attractive. Some of you, if you have children, the way you engage them makes you attractive, or your relationship to children makes you attractive. Black fox. Some of you like the color black. You do have a dark aesthetic. This is my confirmation. That makes you very, very attractive. But the fox is also a sneaky energy. Something about your energy is very sneaky. It came out in a different pile. If you came from it, we'll see. But something about it feels sneaky, possibly even naive, like playing with fire in some instances. That's only extreme negative side of the power. But just in general, I do get like a very sultry, sneaky energy in a positive sense, like a mysterious energy from this pile. So like what people find attractive is like your air of mystery, okay? If you know you're not mysterious, then you're on that shadow side, okay? Just be honest with yourself where you fall. But if you have a mysterious energy, people like it. They're a little tempted by it and afraid. If you're not that high priestess energy, then that's not you. And that's not gender specific either. But if you know that's you, then you're on like the lighter sense of the pile. It's always a polarity. But the people that are resonating with this high priestess energy, and it doesn't have to be like spirituality based. It's just an energy, right? Of moving in silence to a certain degree. If that's not you, watch it, because you have like a bit of an immature energy of being sneaky, possibly thinking you're more cunning than you are with the childlike, because it's an immature energy of the child. And the black fox is very smart and cunning and thinking you're more cunning than you are. Some people like to prey on the fact that you think that you're more cunning than you are, like you're being outwitted in some senses. What's at the bottom? The letter. Okay, news, information coming through, messengers. This is my pile of messengers for sure. So you may be a writer, you may create news. Some of you on that immature loud sense, you may be a little bit gossipy or whatever. You may like have all the tea in some instances, right? Always like an adventure, right? It's a story. On a positive sense, people love that you always have, honestly, even in the shadow sense, if that's you, right, with the gossip, you always have the tea. People like that. They're like, oh, let me go talk to Pile 4. They always know what's going on. Let's go on this adventure. If you're on like if you're a storyteller, right? If you're a messenger of any kind, like a writer or whatever, music, whatever creative way you express, people love that. Okay? People find that attractive even romantically, okay? If you dang, what was I gonna say? If you like even if you are a spiritual messenger right here, I got people like the knowledge you share, okay? They find that attractive. But there's some news coming in regarding a letter, regarding a message, something. There's something coming in. Because I mentioned with that Ace of Swords that there was a message that hasn't come out. It's very, very quiet. Something's quiet. It's like an eye before a storm. So I don't know what that is. Let me see. I'm going to pull from this love deck last. Because every other pile, it sports itself into the reading. Okay? And and it's always forced itself into the reading either before this deck or after, and I did not get that urge just now in your pile. So maybe from a love, this is not love for you, or maybe you don't need to be worried about that for this pile specifically. This is the only pile that happened where you where you're like this love message is, I'm gonna hold it till last. Let me move this out of my way. All right, let's go into the Heavenly Bodies Oracle. Tell me more about my pile for my blue Slushie. What makes them attractive? So it hit, like, whatever this is, it's a message that hits people right in the face. It hits you right in the face. Like it's very loud as it relates to what makes you attractive, or the opposite. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, learning. I've been talking about this communication, something about you always have the T. Whether it is a message, you're sharing knowledge, you're sharing wisdom, you're sharing stories, you make up stories, because the Seven of Swords could be a liar. Like, some people may find it attractive that you're a very good liar, that you're very good at being sneaky. But knowledge, just air is communication. That is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius-based energy. But open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Okay? Now, in a positive sense, people love that you're open to learning, that you're always evolving, that you're always growing, that you're always sharing what you learn, what you know, right? It's an adventure. Life is an adventure with you. Okay? Love that energy that just came through. Tell me more about my pile 4. Okay, I've got 3. Side over. The Sun. Self-express and embody true. The way you express yourself, people find it very attractive. The way you express your words, the way you communicate. So especially those of you on that positive sense where you're the high priestess, doesn't have to be that witchy spiritual energy. Like I said, it's just a messenger, someone that sees the unseen, someone with a good perception, someone with an attention to detail, with a sharp intuition, someone that is good at solving puzzles and riddles, good detective skills, right? Those are qualities that could be associated with the high priestess. That is Pisces energy. It is 12th house energy of institutions, hospitals, could be morticians and morgues, right? These are all areas that energy rules, okay, along with the occult, okay? So you've got conjunction, a union, merging, coming together. You can put 2 and 2 together, okay? People really find it attractive how you put 2 and 2 together. You're very good at solving puzzles, riddles, and all of the things. And creating stories and telling stories and creating illusions. Again, from the shadows, there's a shadow sense, right? There's a shadow side. Some of you, this is both your positive and shadow side. Others of you, you're on one extreme or the other, right? But this is a very quiet pile. You might talk so much in real life that there's nothing to tell here, or you're deeply private and protected, and the energy, there's only so many messages I'm gonna get, because I'm not doing all that. Okay, interesting. Because some of you here are very loud, or some of you here are very quiet, and that's how you know where you fall. The immature side is a bit loud. Okay, that priestess is a bit quiet. For real. That's why I mentioned the immature. Like on the shadow sense, those of you where it's like an immature energy, you can very well be that high priestess side with maturity and growth. That's why you're in the same pile. That's just not you. Right now, you're very loud and you're very underdeveloped, and you think you're more cunning and maneuvering in silence than you actually are. You're not moving in silence at all. You're very, very loud with that Sun. So, but that's a maturity thing. So don't worry about it. Just develop, especially if this is your only pile. Just grow over time, be a little more discreet, right? Learn, grow. Like I said, that's the shadow side. And the only reason it's coming up is because like people can kind of read you. Like they can see you very clearly, even though you think they can't. So like that's the naive energy coming through. All right. But outside of that, you still have those high priestess qualities. It's just underdeveloped. All right. But Neptune, what I said, dream and transcend. That is that's High Priestess energy. Neptune is the planet that rules Pisces, the ruler of the 12th house. Okay? Very nice. Like I'm telling you, this would be my witchy pile. Some of you may be new, early, learning, trying, all of the stuff. But that doesn't mean that this is the pure energy. I hate saying that because the people that are not, they're like, I am not. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's people in the pile. It's not just you. Some of you just work at hospitals, morgues, are therapists, psychiatrists. Some of you are just detectives. Some of you just are deeply private, right? Those are all of the qualities that align in this pile, right? And that's why the shadow sense of deeply private or the darker aspects of life are associated with being sneaky, because it's things that require a certain level of what's the word? What is the word? I keep wanting to say discernment, but the word is not discernment. Discernment is here, but it requires a certain level of discretion. Those of you on that immature side where you know you loud, or you acknowledge that you're loud, you lack discretion. You lack the discretion to fully be in this energy. Like you can't be sneaky when you lack discretion and you lack the ability to close your mouth, right? That's what I'm getting at. And that's just the shadow aspect of you. That's not you as a whole. Those of you on that shadow, it just means because people still see you as like sultry and mysterious or whatever to a certain degree. But once you start talking, goes out the window, right? Okay, maybe we needed those messages, because I did go for the deck, because I was like, maybe they don't need love messages, but it just needed to come after this part. So tell me about my pile 4, my blue Slushie. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting an energy of patience. People see you as worth waiting for. People see you as patient, right? Which the people coming, you need patience to do energy work, to be psychic, to do workings. If we're in the occult, if you are working at a hospital or morgue, you have to have patience to be a psychiatrist. Like you have to have patience to put these puzzles together, these pieces, this detective work. So yeah, patient. People find it very attractive how patient you are. Okay. They feel like you're the type that knows how to wait for results of something. Okay. Very soon. I'm telling you, there's a message, there's something. Okay, so here's my thing. Wow, I did not know. Whatever you're waiting for, it's about to hit. So here's the thing. Very soon, whatever you've been waiting for, that's the message. That's the message. If you are working on any type of project and you're waiting for an approval or anything of that nature, it will come through very, very soon. I don't even know why I kept pulling these cards. I don't know why I wanted to. It could be love related, as we're looking at the love deck. Okay. I don't know what the result's going to be. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Could be. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. You're getting something you want. Okay. Now, it could be love related, but the dominant energy I got was not, but it could be. Okay. Some of you, you're getting what you want in terms of a connection. Okay. Worth waiting for, very soon, honeymoon. Okay. I don't know that this is going to be a specific connection. And I don't know I don't even know why I'm wording it that way. Like I'm trying to find here. Okay. It could be. Okay. You've got conjunction, a union, merging, coming together. Something you've been waiting for in terms of a romantic connection could happen very soon. Or at least it's something someone's thinking about. All right. Now, I don't want to scare all the other people out of the pile before I can pull from this other deck. But those of you that are praying, manifesting, doing workings, you're going to feel really good about whatever it is you've been doing. Like if you've been in church praying, your prayer is going to be answered. If you are the high priestess, if you've been working, I think earlier I mentioned like that serpent. If you like, so I randomly saw like some Medusa energy. Whatever you're doing, or if you did, all right, worth waiting for. You've been waiting. Very soon you're gonna have the honeymoon bliss. All right, it's coming. It's going to hit. If it does not, adventure, growth, evolution. That's why I was getting that underdeveloped energy. If not, then it means you're not doing something right. I'm just trying to figure out, because like you're holding yourself back with the Eight of Swords. There's a lack of preparation. Why am I getting, just so we're clear, that's not really my energy, just so we're clear. Like I'm not super like that. I can be, but not really. So I just think it's hilarious that my witches are in here. Like, what's up? But yeah, I mean, it's coming. Whatever working, prayer, you'll be very happy with the results. If you're on that high priestess side where you're developed and you're mature, if you're underdeveloped, like I said, that's why, and you don't see, that's why. Okay. So let me see, because this pile has been very, very interesting and not what I expected. People see you as quick pace, though, I will say. And that is, honeymoon is also adventure. You're always down for adventure. Tell me more about what makes my pile fours attractive. I told you it was quiet. I wasn't getting much. Why is this back? Transactional relationships, superficial love, and materialistic. Okay, that's an interesting energy. So I've got desert in reverse. Come on. I got too much light coming in. Here it is. Alone, barriers, loss, brutal, difficulty, endless. All right. Well, I want another one. Desert reverse could also be not dry. It could be very wet and watery with this Pisces energy coming through. That could be emotions. That could just be hydration levels. That desert in reverse could be a bit thirsty, especially since I saw that little gold digger card at the bottom. Like thirsty for attention, whether we're talking about romantic or otherwise. Some of you think you're a little more cunning, maneuvering, and mysterious, even though you're not. Like you think you're being mysterious, but you're coming across as thirsty in some circumstances and some connections. Okay. So what is this? That's 2. There's fixed signs. So fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Okay. Alrighty, what are these? Time heals all wounds. We've got trust, synchronicities, healing, divine timing. All right. We've got commitment, engagement, ring, promises, love, planning for the future. And then we've got unavailable. I do want one more, but I don't know why I felt the need. Busy, absent, taken, hard to reach. Okay. Alrighty. Some people see you as a healer. That deep side was not because of what I'm about to talk about. I'm trying to avoid talking about what I see. I'll get into it in a second if I don't run out of time, but yeah. All right. So, people see you as very independent, right? With alone, like doing, either doing well alone or just either needing to be alone or just like independent, right? You could be a loner. Time heals all wounds. Like people see you as someone that is committed to things, that take time, that works for things, right? That's patient, that will wait for something, especially to manifest. And again, a lot of you, your line of work requires those skills, so that makes sense, especially since you have commitment, engagement, rings, promises, and planning for the future. You're very good at that. You're very good at the long game, and something that you've been looking at the long game. Very soon you're going to have clarity. Okay, you're going to have clarity. And unavailable here, absent, hard to reach. It feels like something that didn't take, that will take eventually. Okay, there's two sides. I want to get one more before I start talking about that. Okay, teacher, yeah, knowledge. All right, we've got education, knowledge, competence, care, and professor. There's a lesson coming soon. All right, powerful woman, and that is my confirmation for my messages: strength, achievement, success, leadership. So let me explain something to you. It's very critical, the message that I'm about to give, that you know where you are, and you are very honest about where you fall. All right, some of you are teachers, actually, just in general. That's cute. Where you fall. Let me know where you fall. I mean, you don't have to share with me, but you have to know where you fall. It is none of this is going to resonate that I'm about to say if you pick the wrong side. So do not lie to yourself, okay? So, because if you fall on the side that you don't care for, then, and you acknowledge that, then you might be able to like recover, right? I mentioned messages, news, and things being very quiet. The eye before the storm. Something's gonna hit the fan. Good for better, for worse. Now, because we're asking about what people find attractive about you, we're asking about what makes you crush worthy, and some of you. Ooh, I got something else just now that could be relevant to what I'm about to say. Some of you, it's not real. So if some of you are pretending to be someone you're not, and I mean that either in a physical sense or in a metaphysical sense. Like some of you have used high priestess energy. Like let's say you're dabbling in like spell work or whatever, right? You kind of casted like a glamour, right? You've done some glamour, and it's either wearing off or what's in that's potent, and it's gonna go away if your energy was immature or lack of plan, whatever it is, right? Others of you, your energy is like a glamour naturally because of either the type of work you do or just your spiritual aura. Like that is a real thing, so don't worry about it. But those of you where it's not necessarily real, or you're trying to present as someone you're not, as an energy that you're not, watch it. Okay, because it just slipped in, but it's relevant to the two sides I've been talking about. That real immature energy is kind of poser energy a little bit, right? That sneaky, trying to be somebody you're not, whatever energy. If you've been doing that, it's not like it's gonna come out that you don't know what you're doing, or that you haven't been behaving appropriately, or that you're a liar, or that whatever. Like, so if you're on that side of that immature side I've been describing, okay, whatever you did, especially if you're on the witchy side, or if you tried to manipulate physical outcomes, like you tried to maneuver certain circumstances in your favor because you wanted either a certain success career wise or a certain romantic connection, because I could see people manipulating or attempting to manipulate energies in those ways. Like I said, if you wanted a specific connection or a specific, I think I talked about this in one of my other readings. Y'all don't listen to nothing I tell you. I do these messages and y'all don't listen. I do sound fed up because a little bit I am. Y'all don't listen to me when I tell you how to go about things. But again, this is a bit of an underdeveloped energy, and you're going to step into a lesson very soon with the teacher, okay? If you try to manipulate it if you're on that immature, underdeveloped side, identifying with that child energy, whatever you try to do, it's not gonna work, okay? Whether it's pulling something in, pushing something out, You know, y'all do all kinds of things. Y'all be on TikTok and all of the social media reading. Like, it's not like back in the day where you needed a book, okay? Or you needed a priestess, an elder, right? Nowadays, it's a lot of things on the internet. And so whatever you did or tried to do, it's a cycle, okay? Just be careful, because I do see that Ace of Swords is kind of a binded energy stepping into that Eight of Swords, okay? Especially if you're targeting anyone, especially if this is someone that possibly could be an elder, or you know what I mean, like that knows more than you. And that doesn't have to, just so we're clear, this doesn't have to resonate, because I mentioned my witchy power. I'm like, that energy is just like so heavy. Some of you are really storytellers for real, because it's kind of like a fantasy story coming through a little bit. But if this is resonating, you know, for my witchy people, then go for it. Yeah, that's good. But some of you may be targeting someone with more experience than you. All right, with teacher and powerful woman, it's not gender specific. Some of you being sneaky and like targeting that energy, right? Whether we're talking about in a club or like social organizations, just be mindful. It's not going to work. You may end up isolating yourself in this group, okay? Or have done so, okay? Yeah. And then I don't even want to get on y'all about these other things you're doing. Like, y'all don't listen to nothing I tell you. Like, because I see instances, especially the High Priestess, that energy where I've seen someone possibly, that's why your love is delayed. Like, I waited to the end. You'll eventually have a connection. Those of you on that immature side, I'm getting you out of the way because it's most important, and I don't want to run out of time. Because the other side of the pile, you're good. You already know what I'm about to tell you, so you're probably not even worried about it. You're chilling. If you're anxious as I'm talking to you right now, you already know that I'm talking to you right now. But if you're on this immature side, if you try to conjure up some kind of specific connection romantically, that's not hitting. It's not. I'm sorry, because you have the alone, time heals all wounds, planning for the future, right? Being better and learning the lesson. Eventually you'll have what you're seeking, because I did mention earlier, before all of these other cards hit, I'm getting a little hoarse, so maybe I'm sharing a message that some of you don't want to hear. Listen to my voice. What happened? And I see doubling 34s. Actually, I see 3 sets of 34s. Number 34 could be relevant. But yeah, I mean, if you did that like that, it's not going to work. But eventually you will find what you're seeking, because like I said, that High Priestess, you do have that in you. You can be you if you're willing to be on the journey, if you're willing to grow and you're willing to evolve, and over time be committed to whatever practice or job or whatever the thing is. You can be that, just not today, okay? Just not today. And you'll learn the lesson. You'll grow. You'll move on. You'll be better. But yeah, whatever stuff, whether it's for job, whether it is baneful stuff, whether it is trying to attract specific love, it's not going to hit on that immature side, okay? Now, if you are on that High Priestess, actual High Priestess side, right? It will make sense what I'm about to tell you. You've been waiting, right? You did everything you needed to do. You laid the foundation, right? Some of you, this is career-based. You've been doing everything right, everything you're supposed to be doing for your job, right? Your career, you're looking for a promotion, a next step up. Boom, you're about to be moving towards it. Literally might be a physical move in some instances, especially if we're talking about a graduation or a promotion, right? That next step up, all right? If you've been working, like doing workings, right? Okay? You've been doing workings, and it didn't seem like it was working with the desert, right? Whether we're manifesting, spell work, candle, all the stuff. It takes time. You know that. It takes commitment. You know that. And it takes lessons. And if you're on that mature High Priestess side, we've got the teacher here and the powerful woman. You finally mastered your formula. You finally mastered your routine. Okay? And you're going to see it soon. I don't know why this is. Some of you use these readings for other messages because you know I prefer to do those other readings anyway. So when it slips in these types of readings, I get excited because I can start delivering the messages I want to deliver. Like, stop doing whatever you're doing if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, so those of you on that mature high priestess lighter side, you know, you already know where you fall. If you're questioning it, if you're not sure, 9 times out of 10 you're on that other side. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna close it out because I am out of time. But final messages of what people find attractive about you. I know, random, right? The lessons you share, the knowledge you share, the way you communicate, the way you heal and grow and age gracefully over time. Some of you are really mature in this pile, like older, like possibly 40 plus. And people find that very attractive, like your age, your wisdom, how you're always on an adventure, how your life has been an adventure, the stories you share about your life. People love the power that you wield, how confident and comfortable you are in your energy, especially if you're identifying as an older feminine, okay? Definitely the case. I love this for you. So that is all I have for you today, pile 3. Ooh, pile 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.